you're blocked. Have y'all ever seen a man that looks like dirt? I have. When you look over here, do you see Poppy? Like, is Poppy in the room with us? Like, oppressed, how can you oppress another group? But that's a conversation for another day.
My name is Pink, I made him go get that ink. Let him eat it pretty pussy, now he keep trying to link. I'm pimping Pinky Ring, his ex is a smanky dink. I'm about to pop a thingy then.
Well, I don't really know how this video is going to be taken. These are just going to be the things that I realize that I don't like when it comes to being trans. People minimize my feelings when it comes to my transition and how people treat me. A lot of times it's not really taken seriously. Someone will mess up like a pronoun. Yeah, 9 times out of 10 I'll let it slide. But it's like, okay, how long are we gonna keep doing this? Like, how long are we gonna play this game? Like, if I've been living a certain way for more than 5 years, this is our new normal. Like, how long until you get the gist of it? Like, how long do I have to put my own feelings aside for you to just understand that every time you do that, it's like a knife to my gut? A knife to my gut. I won't vocalize it every time, but that's exactly what it feels like. It feels like, oh my god, the air is just being knocked out of me. It's hard out here for a pimp. This is why I also don't get into a lot of like trans issues on the internet, especially on Instagram, the shade room. I am not clicking on the comment section because I already know how nasty people are. I already know how inhumane people's thoughts are, how disgusting people can be when it comes to this community. Even though like I will never for the life of me understand how a group of people that is so oppressed, how can you oppress another group? But that's a conversation for another day. Let me know. The next thing I hate is when family comes around and they start acting funny. Like, how come all of a sudden now you're calling me Poppy, now you're calling me sir, now you're calling me guy, now you're calling me these things that you never called me until you see me give girl. Like, do you see Poppy? Like, when you look over here, do you see Poppy? Like, is Poppy in the room with us? Like, where's Poppy at? Like, Poppy from Pose? I don't see him, but I do love Poppy from Pose. But do you see Poppy? Well, when I'm sitting here, do you see Poppy? Because I don't. I really don't. Like, I don't know what Poppy is. Like, I don't know him. Like, is he Hispanic? Like, are we calling, hey, Poppy, Poppy? Like, what's going on? Like, you don't even talk like that. You're Haitian. Now you want to talk about Poppy? Girl, please. Donut. I have a family member that's been weird since I've been, like, even way before I transitioned, like when I was wearing wigs and such. Literally went and told a family member, am I really going out and dressing like this? Am I wearing these wigs? Am I doing this? All for them to go and like send it to another family member and be weird. But every time I see this family member, they don't know what to do with their hands. All of a sudden now you want to shake my hand when you never shook my hand before in the past. Like, you can't just, like, why is there this awkwardness? Just, hey, like, if you don't know what to do, just, hey. Like, I'm not, like, do I look like, I'm not, these dainty hands, don't touch me, dirt neck. It just feels like they're going out of their way to do extra masculine things when they see something that's extra feminine in front of them. Like, it's not, it's literally not that. It's not that. I promise you it's not that. It doesn't give that. Promise. The next thing I hate is I hate being lumped in with delusional trans girls or delusional people of the LGBT community. Now, this is going to be controversial because I don't know why. Like, okay. Some things are true, some things are not true. Some things are biology, some things are science. Some things just are social. As a trans girl, we do not get periods, okay? It's okay to be a trans woman because that's what you are. Trans women are women, okay? Trans women are women. Like, now when people are like, oh, trans women are not real women, why are you calling them a trans woman then? A trans woman is a woman. We're women. Socially, we're women. Like, I'm not walking down the street and people are calling me sir. No, people are calling me ma'am because that's what they see. And that's what it is, okay? At the same time, it's very important to stop policing people's transitions. Yes, certain things are for safety reasons. Like, I do feel like there are certain things that you can and can't do when you're trans at earlier stages that you can do later on just because you pass more or blend in more. I'm not saying like, oh, like you have to do this or you have to wait, but I'm just saying like there's just things that will happen or things that will be like blown out of proportion because you don't necessarily blend in. Yes, these are things that like are real. These are things that a lot of people deal with. Like, I feel like I never went to the girls, well, I was always going out of my way to be extra feminine when I went into like women's establishments, just so I never had any issues. I just always wanted to present myself a certain way when I went into these places, like women's bathrooms, women's just spaces in general. I always wanted to show what I was or present my gender identity. The next thing I hate is I hate how weird fish get around us. I can feel your energy shift before it's shifting, or I can feel your energy shifting as it's shifting. I can read the room way better than what you think. I promise you. We are not your competition. I promise you. I'm not competing with no fish. You can do things that I can't do, and I can do things that you can't do. Let's just say that, okay? But then also at the same time, there's no need to compare things. Like, okay, like, girl, what is it? Like, I've never felt competition around fish because I know what I give, and as fish, you should know what you give. And if you think you're better than me, why are you even stooping to that level to even just be weird or have weird energy? Like, why are you, like, I can feel that. Like, girl, you don't want to get, like, you don't want to get up and you don't want to get active. Like, you don't want to get into this. Because it's like, girl, like, first of all, I'm not even checking for you because I don't care for tired fish. Most of the time, the girls that have issues with the trans girls are tired, boring fish. You're not that girl. And if you see me come around and you start being weird, oh, you feel it. Like, you feel it. When a girl walks in the room, you feel it. Okay? I'm just going to say you feel it. You feel it. You see that. You feel it because you can't get that. You feel it. I'm going to just say this. I root for every single black queen. And I hate that it's mostly black women that feel this way. I always root for black queens. So it's always disheartening. It always makes me like, ugh, like when black women are homophobic or transphobic. Because it's like, for what reason? A lot of times it's like y'all do this for men, and the men y'all are this way for are dealing with the girls or dealing with people in this community. And it's like, you did all this for what? He's still gonna run over here and chase behind a trans girl. Because if we open these phones up, we can really talk about it. Your man's in the message requests. We all have a common enemy, and I'm gonna just leave it there. Stop spooking us in front of men. It's really weird. You trying to spook us in front of that man to like show like, oh, why you shouldn't even be interested in that girl. Mind you, you probably opened his eyes up to the girls. Y'all don't even realize that half the time. You probably opened his eyes up to what trans girls give. And you didn't even know that. You just widened his horizons. He didn't know that the girls could give fish. He thought every time he saw the girls gotta look like what they are. And they don't. Because what do trans girls look like? Because you could tell me this and I could show you this. They don't meet up. Okay? There's different types of girls, just like there's different types of fish. Please. In the same boat, we are not just stylists. We are not just hairstylists. We are not just your fashionists. We're not just your makeup artists, because we are real people too. So stop treating us like this, but then you want to have these feelings. It's like you want to get weird, but then you want to use our services. It's like, okay. But then I can turn around and say, oh, the people who are colored treat y'all a certain way, but watch y'all on TV, want y'all culture, want y'all this, they appropriate this and that, and y'all get mad, but then do the same thing to us. Hello, when are we gonna have that conversation? Okay? How weird some of the interactions that I have with men are, especially just because I feel like I'm trying to protect myself in a way, because a lot of times I don't know if he knows tea, I don't know if he doesn't know tea, I don't know if someone's gonna spook my tea, I don't know what is gonna happen. So I feel like I always, oh, let me get your number, or they ask my number and I'm like, oh, gotta go, because I'm not gonna sit in that space where of uncertainty, because I don't know what's gonna go on. I don't know if I'm gonna spook and he's gonna be like, oh, what, like you know, you never know when you're in these situations. So that's why I feel like it's always best to get the number and then text, like, or tell T later if you need to tell T. But I'd rather just talk to niggas online because I'm tired of the bullshit. I'd rather talk to the people that I already know. That's where most of my interactions happen anyways, online. So I feel like I'm not even really worried about that. I'm really worried about having too many interactions in person, even though they do happen. It's just, I'd rather talk to people that I already know. Number one thing that I hate when it comes to dealing with men and being a trans girl is they think that just because I'm trans that I don't have any standards or I don't have any boundaries. They think they can come in my DMs and saying all kinds of wild stuff when in actuality, you're blocked. You're so blocked. You got blocked as soon as that message got sent, and I'm not going to stop you. Like, just talking to me that they're doing me favors. They want to call you Hollywood when you don't respond. Like, please, first of all, I'm not Hollywood, because in the next breath, when I diss you, when I say something to you because I wasn't responding and being nice, oh, now you're gonna call me a man because I disrespected you. Hello, you were interested in this man before. Now I'm ugly, now I'm a dude. Oh, okay. So what are you? If you like dudes, what are you? Because why are you my answer? I'm a dude. Literally be the most bottom of the barrel dudes, like dusty, like they look like dirt. They literally look like what dirt is. Like, have y'all ever seen a man that looks like dirt? I have. I'm sure you have, but you just didn't know how to identify it. You know what? Sooner or later on this channel, we're gonna be able to identify what dirt looks like. Okay? It comes in human form. If fish don't want you, what makes you think I'ma want you without a point? Think about that. I hate when people who are not of the LGBT community think that just because they know me, I'm the voice of the trans community, or whatever I say, it must be law or must be what everyone else is thinking. I'm just a girl. I'm gonna just say that. I'm just a girl. I don't know these people. I don't know them. Like, I'm just a girl. I hate when people make it seem like being trans is more than what it is. Like, it's a fantasy, like it's La La Land or make-believe. Once again, I'm just a girl. Like, I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. I promise I'm just a girl. This is my normal life. Like, this is my normal life. Whatever, like, you think is some lifestyle, like, I promise you, this is my normal life. Like, this is like, I didn't choose this life. This is just life that's comes with the territory. Like, I promise you, like, I'm just making the best of it. I promise. Like, I'm just dealing with everything that as it comes to me. It is not a lifestyle. Okay, like, y'all make it weird when y'all like, oh, lifestyle this, lifestyle that. No, it's not that. I'm just a girl. And contrary to popular belief, the girls are born this way, and they transition later on in life when they have the means or can do so safely. Okay, or even unsafely. The girls just do it because they'd rather do that, because there are just so many mental things that can happen. Like, you can like be depressed. Like, I know I was depressed before I even transitioned. Like, there's just so many, like, I wasn't going to be able to live a happy life if I didn't transition. The next thing that I hate is having to explain who I am to people who have no business of their own. And when I say that, the only answer I have to them is, in the words of Alyssa Edwards, get a grip, get a life, and get over it. It's not that deep. I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm just a girl. This is something I spoke about already, like, multiple times. Next thing that I hate is insurance not covering medications when they cover things previously, and now they don't want to cover this, now they want to cover that, and it's just like all over the place. It's very stressful having to wonder what is going to be covered, having to wonder what is going to be covered today or what is not going to be covered next time. Like, it's just, I never know. It's just like a battle of just it's too hard. It's too much. It's too stressful. It's just annoying because insurance is not covered. Now things are out of pocket, like blood work, medication, doctor's visits, and it's just like, on top of that, co-pays, and it's just, you don't know sometimes. Like, this insurance stuff is so annoying. Like, they don't care at all. Like, I promise you, they do not care. Another thing that I hate when it comes to being trans is not having a girlhood, not having my adolescence as a girl. Yes, I get to live my life now, but it's just, there are just things to my core that I wish I was able to experience, or I was able to do, or I was just socially, I was able to just be a part of, that I tried to, but just was casted out, or just not allowed to be. Like I said, I didn't transition until I turned 20, which is crazy to think about. It's literally crazy to think about. I wasn't jealous of my sister. I was just envious of certain things that she got to do, and I just felt like I was living vicariously through her, and that's all I could do, because I didn't look like that, or I wasn't this, so people didn't see me as this, even though I was fighting and screaming in my own head. Like, what's the difference? Like, I genuinely thought as a little kid that I was a girl until people told me that I wasn't. I literally was socially just being a girl until people literally, like, we go to gym class and they literally separate you by gender. Like when they put that little tarp down in the middle, oh my god, that used to kill me. Like I used to hate that. That used to kill me so bad. Because you're trans, they don't think about the things that like don't happen for you. Like the basic things like going to prom with a date. Yeah, like I'm saying this, but like dudes be attracted, but it's just like dudes are DL. They don't want to be associated with the girls. Like they don't want to be associated with the girls on the mainstream, but like dudes be in the girls' DMs, like they be chatting the girls up, no shade. I wish I had a strong female bond with like my mother while doing girly things like going, being young, getting my nails done, getting my hair done. Like I really wish I grew up in like a salon space, like a salon, getting my hair done, getting my feet done, getting my nails done with my mom. Like I just wish I had those basic simple things and not having to wait until I got older to just do those on my own. And I feel like it's not a lonely place because I still feel like I'm treating myself. I still feel pretty. I still feel cute when I get those things done. But it's just, I wish I had that bond, that experience from when I was young. Like girly mani-pedis with mommy, like just mani-pedis with my sister, like just basic things. Like I feel like that's something that people don't take into account or people are not really aware of. But like I just wish I had those simple girly things to do when I was a kid. The last thing on my list, which is not like, you know, this is just like a list of things I made like a little minute ago. But the last thing on my list is having a biological clock, but feeling like I have a biological clock. Or men say like, oh, when you're 25, like you depreciate or like you lose value, and it's like dudes be 17 or like dudes be literally younger than you, looking worse, like, and don't have no money but think they're high value men just because they're men. And it's like the way society is set up is crazy, but we won't talk about that. I like every year you transition, you add 7 years. I mean, like Asian dog years, no shade. I don't know, I feel like I'm not 25. I really don't know how to explain it, but it's like almost being like a teenager when you're not a teenager. I feel like trans girls understand. I definitely feel way younger than I am in my early 20s instead of my mid 20s. I feel like I'm like 20 now versus back then when I was actually 20. I feel like now I'm actually 20 and next year I'm gonna be 21 when I turn 26. It's really interesting because that biological clock that I was speaking about before, at like 25 is when my fish friends or bio friends, biological women are going out and finding partners, living with their partners, getting married. And here I'm like, whoa, I'm still young. Like, y'all out here having like, what's name? Like, I just got here. Like, I can't. This is too much. But yeah, this is around the age where people are finding partners, getting kids, moving in together with their partners. And when you really sit back and think about it, literally they're doing all these things, and I'm over here planning procedures that I want to get done. Like in different headspaces right now. I ain't trying to set it out nobody right now. I'm trying to get my boobs and my bike done. I'm trying to get everything touched. I'm trying to get rich. That is everything that's like on the front of my mind right now when it comes to things that I hate about being trans so far. Also, I hate body dysmorphia and I hate gender dysphoria bad because it affects you differently every day. Like I feel like, girl, I didn't have body dysmorphia before I transitioned. But I also don't have gender dysphoria anymore. But the body dysmorphia is what be getting me. I didn't have that before I transitioned, but now I have it. Boots. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like it was something really different. I feel like, yeah, I feel like I want to like expand my content a little bit more and do more trans related things, more lifestyle things. Like I'm gonna vlog this trip that I'm planning with my friends. Stay tuned because I will be back with more videos. And in the meantime, in between time, stay that girl. Hope you guys enjoy the video.